Danite Radio. Welcome to the Counter Revolution.
Yeah, so there's tons of information you super care about.
I do care.
All of it.
I'm not picking up very much.
Me neither.
What's that all about?
Might have to gain it up.
You might just be being really calm right now.
You might just be really calm right now.
There it is.
Yeah. Wonder how long it would take. Rocky's in a mood this morning, folks, so...
Oh,
if
are
you
we
enjoy
starting?
this
I thought that was the
podcast-
test. We usually do a test.
I don't know, I just assumed we set it up right last week. You want to check it still?
Nope. Let's do it, bro. What's up?
Nothing much. Welcome back. I'm Shadow.
I'm Jace.
Rock Dog here.
Hey, go follow Rock Dog's new Instagram account.
Don't. That's for strangers only.
I follow it.
I know.
Follow it.
I'm letting anyone who I know follow it, but
So it's
I'm not
for
advertising
strangers?
for people who I know to use it. Notice I
Yeah.
didn't follow you first.
You followed me first?
I did?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how I
Wow.
found it.
Now I'm going to block you, bro.
Just shows who you love.
Also, don't follow that account. Go follow Danite Radio and subscribe to our podcast.
Yeah. And comment, hit the thumbs up.
Yeah, especially if we say something you don't agree with. Definitely comment on that.
Yeah, or thumbs down. We don't care. Just give us a little.
We're cloud chasing right now.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
We don't even know what we're chasing.
Nah,
We've got 57 subscribers. We know all of you. Just hit the thumbs up button. We should have 57
And-
likes every time.
Which 7 of you aren't watching?
Yeah,
We only had 50
what's
views
going
last time.
on here?
What, are you too busy?
It's time for your lecture.
Maybe this is why so many people listen.
Oh, we're hilarious.
Yeah, we
Just
are.
ask us.
You guys want to hear a story?
Sure. Desperately.
All right. There once was a woman. She was an EMT. Her name was Breonna Taylor.
Getting right into it, folks.
I find it interesting, the whole, let's defend her character by telling everyone she's an EMT. Like there's never been an EMT who wasn't a total piece of crap, you know? Like, I don't get that. Like, okay, so she has a job that pays her money. What does that have to do with anything? Anyways.
You guys seem to think Rocky's a piece of crap and he has a job.
Yeah, exactly. You can't even thumbs up or thumbs down my videos. So, Breonna Taylor has this boyfriend who happens to be, by all accounts, a psychopathic drug dealer. Well, after 7 or 8 years of abuse, because people do that, just stay in abusive relationships forever, she breaks up with psychopathic drug dealer and gets a new boyfriend. Well, one night, I'm pretty sure this account is true.
One night.
Double
allegedly.
check me. Do your own research. Breonna Taylor and her new boyfriend have a confrontation with said ex-boyfriend, psychopathic drug dealing ex-boyfriend. So that night, new boyfriend is sleeping over at Breonna Taylor's house, and there comes a pound on the door. It happens to be police. However, new boyfriend says they didn't say that, and the police say they did. My guess would be they said it, but they didn't yell it. I don't know why you wouldn't want to announce yourself as cops. I don't get that, because it ends poorly for you every time. People are, like, so they knock on the door. Hey, police,
And we
I've
have
seen-
talked about videos here where they don't say it
I've
very loud.
seen
We've
many
seen
a video
so
where cops just say, police.
you
know,
can
like,
hear it on the
"Oh,
video.
okay.
It's like it's for the body cam.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Well, how is anyone supposed to hear that you're the police outside the door?
Sure.
So, Breonna Taylor and her boyfriend get up. No, she did not stay in bed. No, she was not sleeping. And move to the hallway. They hear banging on the door. Continued banging. They know that she has a psychopath boyfriend who's not very happy with their relationship. Breonna Taylor's new boyfriend owns a gun legally and has it on him. So, even if the cops did say police, who's to put it past a psychopathic drug dealer to bang on the door and say police to try and get his ex-girlfriend to open the door?
Sure.
So, cops kick the door in, and Breonna Taylor's boyfriend still isn't sure who it is, so he opens fire. Cops doing what cops do, shoot back. Breonna Taylor gets shot and killed. And Breonna Taylor's boyfriend shoots one of the cops, which he gets acquitted for, because you can't kick a man's door down at 3 a.m. and expect not to get some pushback, especially if you're not very good at announcing who you are.
Sure.
So, I'm pretty sure that the N-word was not thrown about in that scenario. That hasn't come out. There's no evidence of the cops saying, let's go get these black folks, or some sort of slang that means the same thing. Breonna Taylor was not killed because of racism, systemic racism. Breonna Taylor was killed by police for one stupid reason. One reason that could have prevented her death. Easy. Care to take a whack at it?
No, I don't know what you're driving at. I don't know if
All
it's
right.
what I'm guessing for.
Breonna Taylor's ex-boyfriend, unknown to Breonna and her new boyfriend, was already arrested at the time of this raid.
Sure.
The reason the cops were at Breonna Taylor's house is because psychopathic ex-boyfriend says, oh, I hide all my drugs at my ex-girlfriend's house, Breonna Taylor. I don't know. I've heard that they found drugs. I've heard that they haven't found drugs. I'm not sure. There's a lot of misinformation going around. And instead of just telling you, what I know to be true, I'm going to tell you, I don't know.
They didn't find any drugs in the apartment.
Okay. Bingo, bango. Either way.
We go here in one or the other.
Let's say they did find drugs. Let's say they found $1 million in heroin. All right? Let's just say. Why? Why? Why do the cops have to even be involved? The only reason Breonna Taylor got killed is because of the drug war.
An innocent victim of the drug war.
At what point do we not see that the only crime committed that got the cops into that house is dealing drugs? And I don't know what kind of drugs they were. I don't care, frankly. If drugs were legal, Breonna Taylor's still alive.
Counterpoint, anybody? Because I think he's right.
I agree.
Also, with the whole drug war, is so frustrating for me. And I know I've beat this to death, and I don't ever change anyone's mind. It's just like last week's topic on abortion. You're not going to change anyone's mind. Even if you have a great idea that both legalizes abortion and ends effectively 90% of abortions in this country, people aren't listening to you. People don't want to hear it. They just want to be on their side. So that's fine. And you're not going to listen to me now, but you should. Just open your mind a little bit. So.
Yeah, but you should.
So, we legalize drugs. People like Breonna Taylor don't die. Okay? legalizing drugs does two things. First of all right, let's go back. What would the founding fathers think if they knew that we allowed and we encouraged a militarized police force with M16s and M4s and silencers typically to kick in fellow citizens' doors and steal the property of those, the property that doesn't hurt anybody except for the person partaking, and some would say that it benefits the person that it's partaking. What would the founders say? And people say, the argument to that is, well, but they would recognize that it degrades the integrity of society. Okay. Maybe they do. But has the drug war stopped that?
Really, really close. It almost did.
So there's a bunch of people doing drugs and a bunch of people like Breonna Taylor getting shot because we're trying to prevent the destruction of the integrity of society, which is not working. Okay? Let's say, and then you get the, well, I think that if it was legal, a lot more people would do it. There'd be a lot more overdoses. Okay. We've established there's an epidemic of heroin overdoses, of opioid overdoses. I know one woman who's addicted to painkillers, and I know another woman who died from painkillers. And these aren't including the ones we've talked about before. These are different ones. Both good, upstanding Latter-day Saint women who got addicted to legal opioids because a doctor they trust told them, oh yeah, you'll be fine, just take these pills.
Sure.
Next thing you know, they're addicted, and they couldn't possibly have a problem. They're good Latter-day Saint women.
And this
so
is
they don't
not
even
a
get help.
unique case.
So they don't even get help. So when does the drug war start helping the integrity of society? When does the drug war start preventing drug overdoses? The only difference with the drug war and without the drug war is people like Breonna Taylor are getting killed. Not to mention drug dealing, when it's illegal, is a prime job, a prime money making opportunity for psychopaths like Breonna Taylor's ex-boyfriend, who didn't hide any drugs at his ex-girlfriend's house, but was bitter that she got a new boyfriend, so sent the cops over there saying, hey, there's drugs in this house, I put them there myself. Effectively killing his ex-girlfriend by use of cops. The cops should be embarrassed. They did this drug dealer's dirty work by killing his ex-girlfriend for him. Congratulations, coppers. Well done. A crime solved. Well done, gentlemen. You're the best. You're the best at protecting society. The only thing better you could do to protect society is to pull people over when the state can't keep track of their car because it's not registered anymore, even though there's still a license plate on it, so you know exactly who's driving it.
Oh.
Yeah. And another thing, coppers, since we're on the subject of pieces of crap, not all cops are pieces of crap, but the ones who go to an outdoor football game and arrest a woman for not wearing a mask, you think that's winning any favors with you? The country's super divided on you right now, and you're going to start arresting your supporters because they're not wearing masks? When the rest of the country is trying to paint you as a racist and a murderer, and you're going to start arresting the good people for not wearing masks? Is that what you think is a good idea? Is that what freedom looks like to you? And your job's not to
keep us safe,
enforce laws, or keep us safe. Your job is to protect the Constitution. That's what your oath states. So arresting people who don't have masks, and the cowards. I don't know if you saw this video. Did you see the video?
I don't think so.
The cowards sitting there watching this woman get arrested for not wearing a mask. Oh, you're worse than the cop. You're worse than the cop. At least the cop has a paycheck on the line. You're just a POS. At very minimum, we should be heckling these police officers who do this crap.
And if the founders are to be believed, we should be throwing snowballs with rocks at them.
For sure. 100%.
Snowballs with rocks.
100%. He could have killed me.
Boston Massacre style.
So what are we doing, folks, other than killing our own citizens for freedoms that they should be enjoying? Look, I get it. Your church says drugs are bad. You've seen the effects drugs have in people's lives. But the fact that you've seen the effect that drugs have in people's lives and drugs are illegal should show you right there that there's a problem with the drug war. And now the fact that people like Breonna Taylor and a bunch of innocent Mexicans are dying in Mexico.
Well, and that caravan of ex-Mormons, too.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
drug-related.
Yeah. What are we doing? What are we
So... But we think we think that what we're doing is working. What are we doing? Like Shadow says, what are we doing?
Well, here's the problem with it. It makes people feel safer. We've alienated drug-related crimes. We've turned them into this horrendous offense, and it puts fear in the hearts of every American mother and father that their child is going to use drugs. And so, knowing that, the government made them illegal, turned them into this great and divisive evil. And here we are, reaping the benefits of giving away our freedoms, of giving away the freedoms that we should be, that are protected by the Constitution.
It's an illusion, folks. Safety is an illusion. You put your seatbelt on, yeah, it saves you from some wrecks. Sometimes it holds you in the car while you burn to death. Safety is an illusion. They make you wear a harness on our job in case you fall, but sometimes you fall, they don't rescue you in time, and it cuts off the circulation of your legs so bad you die anyways. There's no actual cases of that, but it could be, you know.
Okay.
But
there's a riveting point.
Look, it's the illusion of safety. I had a guy I was working with. We were swinging something with a crane. It was after hours, so his hard hat was already off. He's like, "Oh, you have my hard hat on." I'm like, "Dude, if that 2,000-pound piece of steel falls on your head, that hard hat's not going to do you any good." But he thought he was safe. If you know you're not safe, you're aware of the dangers. You know what could happen.
Sometimes you break up with your psychotic ex-boyfriend under the illusion of it's keeping you safe and end up getting shot by cops.
Let's stop rioting over racism. Let's stop protesting over racism that doesn't exist. And let's start rioting and protesting about the liberties that we don't have. And we're losing more and more of. Now not only are drugs illegal, but it's illegal to go outside of your house without something over your face. And the governor of Utah has threatened to try and make that illegal. He has no authority to do so, but he's going to try. Because, frankly, the man's a Mormon, deep state loving, tyrannical piece of crap. But that's just one guy's opinion, you know? Just because he's a Latter-day Saint does not make him a good politician, folks. In fact, the fact that he wants to be in that mansion up there indicates that he's probably not. He's probably not. He's a power-hungry piece of crap who's all about forcing people to wear masks and forcing people not to be able to carry their guns concealed without permission from the government. He's the one that vetoed the constitutional carry bill. Dude, and I was talking about this with a friend the other day. We were the people who had to flee the United States due to tyrannical policies. They were hunting us because of what we believed. There were bounties on our heads. We fled the United States. We were a people who the United States was scared that we might go to war with them because of the atrocities that they committed against us. We became a hardened people. We fled. We developed. We created our own society, our own Zion outside of the United States without any help from anyone else. We built it. We pulled ourselves up from the bootstraps and built it. We defended ourselves when we could, and sometimes we even took that a little too far. And now look at us. We're the biggest sheep in the country, man. All these Mormons running around who happen to know where we go when we die, wearing masks and trying to force other people to wear masks because they think that they're keeping people safe. And these same people are all about, oh, we can't let these people do drugs. It's against the word of wisdom. Look, the first law God fought a civil war to defend was your right to choose. Your agency. There was a revolutionary who revolutionaries tend to refer to and cite in all their works, who wanted to take your freedom. And God cast his favorite son from heaven and a third of his children in order to maintain your right to choose. And you want to force people to not do drugs? You want to force people to have to wear these masks? We're supposed to be the people who defend the Constitution, but I don't see it. I don't see how it could possibly happen. How the weak members of this church could defend the Constitution, could be the people who save the Constitution when it's hanging by a thread. How is this church the one that's going to do it? We're not. We're not. I think it's already happened. I don't know what it is. But I think that revelation is past, and now most of us are on the wrong side of this. We are the people who are trying to force people to do everything, to bend to our belief system. Whether that be drugs, whether that be masks, whether that be forcing children into public schools. We tend to think that using the government to force people to do what we want is the right choice, and it's not. Because if that was the right choice, Mormons would have been exterminated.
If I've learned anything from history books, accounts of the 20th century, human nature is to go along. Human nature is to follow what the majority is doing. They did it in the Russian Revolution. The workers climbed aboard, did whatever they were told, and a tyrannical man seized power. They did it in the War in Heaven. The third host of heaven followed the words of a flattering tyrant, did what they were told, and were cast out of heaven for it. They did it in Germany. They followed along with whatever Hitler told them to do, even when it got completely atrocious, completely abominable. It is our responsibility to stand up when things get hard, when we know that things that aren't right are happening. And they're happening. Things that are not right are happening in this country right now. It's our responsibility to stand up, to protect and defend the Constitution, that inspired document.
People make the mistake of thinking that freedom is an innate feeling, that people just want to be free, and that's not true. People want to be taken care of. People want to know that their needs are going to be taken care of, and when a strong man comes and says, yeah, I'll take care of you, just let me do this and this and this, they say, okay, sweet. I want to be taken care of. I want to be protected from this COVID disaster. I want to be protected from, I want my children to be protected from these harmful substances. So that's not freedom loving. That's not an innate freedom loving thing. What if you're not resisting yourself you're not going against what you want to do, if what your natural instinct is, you're not loving freedom. Freedom is going against what your body and your mind are telling you, because it's not a natural thing. It's not something that we do naturally.
I think the most poignant example, fresh off the end of the Revolutionary War, the formation of a new government, George Washington has this opportunity to seize complete control of the 13 colonies. He could have been a king. He could have been an absolute tyrant. He's wildly popular, won a unanimous election for presidency. He was wildly popular. He could have been a king, and people were begging him to be a king. But George Washington loved freedom, and in so doing was a stronger man than your typical tyrant, your typical autocrat. And in so doing, created a great nation. But it was only because one man was a freedom-loving person, not because the entire country was. Because the entire country was, yeah, we'll take another king. At least he'll be over here.
What an incredibly frustrating thing for the founders, you know? And not to mention, like, Moses had the same issue, and, you know, and the Nephites. Like,
Sure.
Nephi, like, oh, we need a king, you know? Be our king, Nephi, or be our king, George Washington, or let's just go back to Egypt, Moses. They take care of us. Like, we did all this work for your freedom, and you want to do this? Like, look what we've been through. Yeah.
If we can't see ourselves in the pages of history, not as great leaders, we have to see ourselves as the average, the everyday, and the common man. If we can't see ourselves as, oh, the Israelites were just going along to get along. The Nephites were going along to get along. The members of the 13, or the people, the first citizens of the United States, the citizens of the 13 colonies, just going along to get along. The Germans in Nazi Germany, just going along to get along. I know it's frustrating to compare them, but the mentality is the same. Just following what they're told, just doing what they're told, because it's comfort. It's comfortable. It's easier. We like it that way.
Yep. The second you cross into using the government to protect people from themselves is the second that you're inhibiting freedom. You think that you know better than somebody else how to live their own life, and you are becoming a tyrant. And the worst kind of tyrant, in my mind, is the kind that thinks they're doing it for your own good. You know, thinks that that people don't know how to live their lives, so we need to use this bureaucracy to control how people think and behave.
It's the tyrant at the DMV who just watches you waiting in line while you write their paychecks.
Mm-hmm. It's the best. So, there's my rant on that, folks. What are we at?
28 minutes.
28 minutes. Sheesh.
It's a long rant, but short podcast.
Sorry. Was it brutal? I've gone into this before, though, huh?
I liked it.
It was
no
pretty
new
good.
things. I just don't.
Here's the
I don't
truth.
get it. People just don't seem to. They think. Do you think you can trust people to wear masks to make good decisions about COVID? Yeah. I can trust people to make good decisions for their own life. It's their life. Even if I don't understand it, it's their life, not my life. I'm not here to force people to do anything. We need to.
If there wasn't a government mandate, if businesses weren't forcing you to, nobody would wear masks. You could have all the scientists in the world say, oh, you need to do it. And if nobody was forcing them to, people wouldn't do it.
Unless we were seeing, you know, let's say 1.1 to 2 million deaths in this country, like they said we were going to get, yeah, we'd see people in masks for sure. And there would always be those people who wouldn't be in masks, but guess what? You're in charge of your health. So
Sure.
if you want to wear a mask, wear the mask. And I know that's not how it works. We wear masks to protect people from droplets. Shut up, Jace. I don't need your help. Stay home. COVID kills the average death of a COVID patient, 78 years old. The average life expectancy of an American, 78 years old. You want to check my work? Go ahead.
You're very close.
So,
He's like, it's close enough that I'm not going to complain.
so, tell your grandma to stay home, man. You go about your life keeping the American economy strong so we can get Trump reelected.
Oh,
Or,
perfect.
unless you're
segue.
a lefty, then destroy the economy so that we can get loopy old Joe in there. Because that'd
So
be
we can
better
get-
for sure.
Loves to incarcerate black people, Joe, in there.
Yeah.
You guys see him try to recite the Pledge of Allegiance?
Oh, every time I just freaking want to die.
It made
Under
me
God.
forget how to
For
say it.
reals.
I heard it. I go, I don't even know the words anymore. His Alzheimer's so bad, it gave it to me.
It's contagious retardation.
This is rough. Indivisible. For real.
Also, new Instagram account. Oh, I told you. First follower, Hogan Proctor. Or Hogan Walker Proctor. That's funny. Hogan Walker's so funny, dude.
Good on you, bro.
I don't know. He just finds me and loves me, even though, like, we
It's the
vehemently
nerdiest
disagree
Instagram.
on everything. Yeah.
Here's
no,
the
you can
truth.
go follow that Instagram if you want, but it's zero politics and super cringy and nerdy. So have
It's
fun.
Just
it's his
fighting.
karate account.
Yeah, so have fun with that. It's brutal.
I had one more. Oh, here's how I know you're not going to change anybody's mind, though. Here's the truth. First off, it's a hot button issue, and people just don't want to accept it. People are like, I'd rather be comfortable.
Mhm.
I hear what you're saying. You told me I'd rather be comfortable, and you're right. I would, so I'm sticking with it. But here's how I know you're not changing people's minds. We have a member of our podcast who's not registered to vote.
It's me. Surprise.
Get registered so we can reelect the Don, dude.
Well,
No,
no, I'll tell you the story about why I'm not registered.
I think we've talked about it before.
It's not great. So, in my government class, high school, senior year, I was the oldest one in the class, the only one that could register to vote for that election. So, we were going to do it in class and make like a big deal out of it so everybody knew how to register once they were old enough. I got called out of class that day to go to a meeting for college football coaches. I didn't play college football, so it was 100% pointless. That's my story.
That's why you're not registered to vote?
It's a sign, bro. You're not supposed to vote.
Yeah.
Dude, maybe we should register him on the podcast so we can show people how to do it.
It's not.
Instagram tells me every time I open it, bro.
It's not, dude. It's
I
not.
know, dude.
That's again.
Same with me.
We can't be forcing Jace to register to vote. Whatever you want to do, bro. It is what it is.
But
Jace, I trust Jace to know what's best for him, and if he thinks that going with the flow and whatever these two crazy, whatever the Bloods and Crips decide to put into the office for 8 years is fine. Then
It's all about
fine.
avoiding jury duty.
do you have to be registered to vote to get jury duty?
Yeah.
I wish I got jury duty.
I got it, and I've never been. I think that might be illegal, so don't tell anybody.
I just want to get a
Have you been summoned?
Uh-huh. But I didn't go.
You can get out of it saying that you have to work, and then they just skip you.
I just, stuck my finger in the air and kept moving. I don't know. Party finger.
Beautiful.
Speaking of civic duties,
It'd be awesome to be on a jury. Because I'd just be like, if you're on a jury, you must acquit. No matter what.
Yeah, you wouldn't make it past the first round.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, we're getting rid of that guy.
Yeah, they'd be like, no, the defense would be like, yeah, we want him for sure, And everyone else would be like,
He's impartial.
yeah, what? What? Just because he said he wouldn't convict anybody no matter what. Yeah.
you're a guaranteed hung jury
Yeah,
at minimum.
for sure.
And he's stubborn, folks. That's true. It would be the jury would be hung no matter how compelling it was.
Yeah,
He'd be
I
like,
mean-
nah, I just don't see it.
Well,
He's holding the knife still.
It's
but the
got
glove doesn't
blood on
fit.
it. Yeah, but do we really know if that's blood?
Let me
The
taste it.
scientists tested it. Scientists? Come on, bro. They also think the Earth's warming up and stuff.
They think it's round.
Yeah, come on, man. Bill Nye's a science guy, bro. Have you met that guy? He's a liar.
No, he swears on the internet. He's serious now.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of which, we gotta add that to our theme of t-shirts. Bill Nye sucks.
He was cool before he started talking.
No, bro. Do you remember watching his videos in elementary school?
Yeah, those were the best days.
Dude,
No, dude, he had a TV show when I was a kid, bro. Watched it every day.
Yeah, Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Like, dude.
No, he was a legit.
riveting.
He was a legit science guy, and now he's a leftist hack.
They had an episode where they talked about genders and how genders were determined. It no longer exists.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, there's side by side comparisons of this one and the one from Netflix that says gender is a spectrum.
Yeah. Somehow you
They're
can't
in-
find the other one.
They're in complete opposition.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be a good juror for sure. Not for the state, anyways. But I think that all juries should probably be like that. You know?
Well, innocent till proven guilty is the mantra of the.
For sure. And they should have to
US
prove it. And they
Constitution.
say like it's gotten a lot better because like due to shows like CIS and NCIS and all those shows, like juries want like proof, you know? Like they don't want like the bar for reasonable doubt has gotten way higher. Like prosecutors hate those shows because like jurors are like, well, that's not proof. Where's the hard DNA evidence? They don't convict, you know? And like, whereas like back in the 80s, people were like, hang him, you know? So,
Where's the rope?
yeah, so. Look, man, if the glove that has been sitting outside in the sun and is all shrunken because it's soaked in blood doesn't fit, you must
have
admit.
quit.
Oh, yeah, acquit.
You must admit.
You must acquit.
You must admit my client is innocent.
Yeah.
Shout out
Even
O.J.
though
Simpson.
we all know.
Hello,
He's
Twitter
not.
world.
That guy did that shit.
All right, folks.
Mostly everything.
Well, we appreciate you joining us. Thanks for listening to my rantings. I know you only listen because I get entertaining when I'm heated. But listen to what I'm saying and ask yourself if I'm wrong. And then ask yourself if you can argue logically why I'm not wrong.
And then comment why you think he's
Yeah.
wrong. By all means.
Please, logically tell me why I'm wrong.
Share it with your friends.
And I get it. It's fine if you don't believe the same way. You know, if you think that we should be protecting people from themselves, that's fine. That is a belief that people have. They've had it throughout history. But stop calling yourself a freedom-loving American at that point. Be honest with yourself.
Actually,
Do you love freedom, or do you want to protect people from themselves? Or do you want to be protected from... And sometimes freedom is not being protected from the stupid actions of other people. That's freedom. Freedom is you not being protected from other people in certain cases. But you can always protect yourself from other people when you're free. So, something to consider.
real quick before we close out, you want to talk about courage? That attorney general in Kentucky, did you see the video of him saying that they weren't going to prosecute the cops any further?
No, what'd he say?
Oh, dude. So he's a black man.
Mm-hmm.
He stands up and tells everybody. And essentially, you're going to see...
Oh, so he's a race traitor. Anyways, continue.
Well, that's part of my point, actually. You're going to see social media influencers, professional sports players, celebrities, media outlets tell you what happened like they know more about what's happening in our state and our Commonwealth than we do. That is an absolute lie. We know better than anyone what's going on. We've done the research. We know what happened, and we have arrived at these conclusions. This is the decision that we've made, and we're going to stand by it. And he had to say that on national TV. Like, that man has courage. He's full of it, dude. He's full of
awesome,
courage.
bro.
So, it's a good video. You should check it out.
Another thing you should look at, too, if you are listening to tall, beautiful, carved out of marble, black people for your opinion on what's racist and what's not, rather than educated, goofy looking, troll looking lawyer black people. I don't know if this guy looks like a troll, but if you're basing your opinion on which black people are right by who's the most beautiful and who's the best at a game, maybe you're the racist one. I don't know. Yeah. But LeBron's so tall and handsome, so he's got to be right?
You think that's what it is that people believe it for?
Nah, I'm trolling, folks. I'm trolling.
This guy.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's because he's
Couldn't
handsome.
help myself.
You're right, bro. It's because he's handsome.
He is handsome as heck. Super good at basketball.
But his kid smokes weed, so he must be a terrible person.
It's like the phenomena. Yeah, it's like the exactly. It's like the phenomena of Adam Carolla brings us up. Who's the guy? Chris, the singer, beat up Rihanna. Yeah, Chris Brown. They're like, Chris Brown beat up Rihanna. Yeah, but he can dance. Like, have you seen him dance? And all of a sudden, all's forgiven because he can dance. Same with MJ, bro. Michael Jackson. I don't know if he's MJ too, or is that just Michael Jordan?
I thought Michael Jordan. I was like, he just had a gambling problem,
Michael
bro.
Jackson.
They're
you
both
know,
MJ.
all the stuff in Michael Jackson's past, and everyone's like, yeah, but he can dance, you know? And someone's like,
But their parents were there.
I mean, he has 11-year-old kids sleep over at his house in his bed. Like, that's not weird to you? Yeah, but, I mean, have you seen that moonwalk?
Have you seen him dance?
Have you seen Thriller? Yeah.
Dude, did you know Chris Brown tickets go for like $2,000?
He's no joke.
Dude, he's got to, yeah, he's talented, for sure.
Like, his concerts are serious business.
And apparently, like, he's like a solid fighter, dude. Like, he's beat up pretty tough guys, so.
And
And
just regular chicks.
yeah.
Rihanna's not a regular chick.
I just meant as far as fighting
Nah,
goes.
wait.
I've never seen her fight, bro. She's definitely not a regular chick.
As
dude.
much as I love Rihanna, that's a hilarious joke.
Terrible.
Hey, man.
Also, you want to hear my latest troll?
He likes winning.
You know that Roma army lady? Have you heard her? She's like a men's rights activist on.
Oh,
YouTube.
yeah. Yeah. You've showed it to me.
So she apparently like tried to kill herself like 2 weeks ago, you know? And she does this segment called No Dick, where if your woman's doing this, don't sleep with her, you know? And
That's brutal.
it's funny, you know, she's trying to be funny. And she did a live cast yesterday where she was talking about her suicide attempt 2 weeks ago. So I wrote on there, if your woman tries to kill herself, no dick.
I'm sure a lot of people found that funny, but a lot of people found that offensive.
She didn't see it, so she didn't react, but I wish she would have.
I'm sure there's quite a few people that laughed just like you did.
I think she had she's got a pretty good sense of humor. I think she'd have laughed about it, but
But
look,
then
man,
been really depressed later.
turnabout's fair play, bro. Sorry, did I just laugh super hard at my own jokes? Yes, I did.
Oh, dude,
Every
we're off
time.
the rails now, bro.
All right. So we got some exciting podcasts coming up for you folks, so stay tuned. Don't let my dark sense of humor turn you away.
Oh, you'll really like the ones coming up, yeah, for
So,
sure. Probably 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Be real good ones. I think that's all from us this week.
Yep. Thanks for listening.
Y'all have a great week.
Like, subscribe, share.
Yeah, and God bless.
If you like our ideas, share. By all means.
Yeah, share it on your Instagrams.
Whatever
folks.
it takes.
Goodbye.